Good morning, welcome. We started the webinar Startups and Global Market with the speaker, Mr. Felipe Deep. After of the presentation, you can question by clicking of the image of the yellow hand to the left of the panel or send question by chat. Mr. Felipe, welcome. Hi, Mr. Felipe, your microphone is mute.
All right.
No, yes.
Now we go. Good
No,
morning, guys.
yes.
Okay. My pleasure to be here with you. I'm Felipe Gibi. I'm the founder of Você Aprende Agora, Tu Aprendes Agora, and You Speak Now, which are English courses online that teach through 3-minute long video classes for free and VIP options for students who want to learn faster. So if you guys want to learn English faster, you already know, but if you want to learn faster, welcome to Você Aprende Agora, Tu Aprendes Agora, or You Speak Now, if in case there is someone who speaks Mandarin here and wants to speak English. I'm here in a small city in center-west of Brazil, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you very much, Edgar, for the invitation. Here we go. Start by saying that English and I had this relationship. Do you guys see my image? Do you guys see my presentation? Give me a thumbs up if you see it, or Edgar can tell me by WhatsApp if you guys are seeing my presentation well. But English and I were like this. I was very afraid of this language. I didn't communicate. And Spanish, I loved speaking Spanish, but English was my problem. And until 2011, with money, I was like this. No problem. Okay, this was old message from Edgar. Until 2011, my intention was making money. Money was my mindset. I was only thinking about money. And these are the services I made to make money. This was, the first picture is a farm in Brazil. I was one of those guys who made that fence. This is arriving home in New Zealand, in Auckland. This was the food I had every day, so my costs were limited to 2 noodles a day. So you imagine how much I was saving. And also a magician. I hope you guys can hear to this audio. Let's see.
Ok, chicos, estamos acá frente a Georgetown University para probar que la universidad tiene mucho billete. Entonces, déjame ver si yo tengo una moneda acá. Sí, yo creo que tengo, ojalá sea una moneda grande, pero es una de 1 cent. 1 cent, que simboliza billete. Bueno, yo voy a poner la moneda acá y la moneda sube, pero todos están pensando que la moneda está en mi mano y por eso que yo estaba con la mano cerrada, pero ahora voy a hacer con la mano abierta. Bueno, yo voy a poner acá y hacer esto. Esto. Ahora, a ver si alguien tiene un... Bueno, yo voy a hacer lo siguiente. Voy a poner esta moneda acá La puedo poner. Es billete, billete.
Esa moneda te la dejo.
So you guys could see different examples of me trying to make money all the time, thinking about money, thinking about how can I make money, how can I be millionaire. And my dream was being a millionaire. Until the day something happened and I started VocêAprendeAgora.com. As I told you, an English course online where you have video classes of 3 minutes for free and VIP options if you want to learn faster, if you want to be monitored, if you want to receive a certificate recognized by Georgetown University. Okay, but how did it start? I was traveling and I had this accident. I was speeding on the highway, and I don't recommend you guys to be irresponsible like I was. And I had this accident. Thank God nothing happened to me. But the accident left me with the feeling that I needed to thank God for something, to thank God for being alive. I started recording video classes and uploading them on YouTube. 23 classes we uploaded in 1 month, and 1 month later I got the highway again with another car. This one was destroyed, and look what happened. I was driving very slowly. It was the first time I was going on a highway after the first accident, and it started to rain, and on a curve I crashed the car into another one, and you see the picture. The car was totally destroyed. This lady with the hands up there is my mom. She is asking God to help us so that I could leave the car and the firefighters could take me to the hospital. I broke the bones from toe to head, literally. And in that day, after being alive, I decided to thank God by doing what I feel I'm prepared to do, which is teaching English. And those first 23 classes we had started became VocêAprendeAgora.com, which is this platform I'm going to talk about to you. After leaving the hospital, went to the house, to mom and dad's home at that time, and we started recording those classes. I couldn't move from my hip down. I couldn't move, and we started recording the classes and more and more. Then I left bed, went to a wheelchair, and I was lucky to find 96% of Brazilian population can't communicate in English. Only 4% understand English. And this happens in our region too. In Latin America, 94% can't communicate in English efficiently. It means a lot of people need to speak English. And our methodology is 10 minutes a day. We offer a class, a video class of 3 minutes, and we recommend you to watch our classes 3 times. First, you understand, then you write everything you see on the screen. Third time you watch the class, you're going to repeat everything you hear in English. You repeat everything you hear. When you do it, after you do it, if you were VIP, you answer to a quiz of 10 multiple choice questions, and we correct your questions right away. You see your progress right away. We recommend 10 minutes a day. Done. Our focus is to teach as fast as possible. We always say here in the house that we teach in 3 minutes what the other courses are doing in 3 weeks. And our impact, 23 million classes taught, It's in Portuguese there. I just saw it was not correct. 23 million classes taught, students in 181 countries, and lots of stories. Stories of people who are 85 years old, who never studied English, who had a very poor education, and now they are speaking English. Stories of entrepreneurs who wanted to go global, as you guys started speaking English, started to relate to other countries, started to grow their company overseas. And even with 23 million classes taught, you come to people and say, do you speak English? Yes, we still have lots, millions of people who can't communicate in English efficiently. But what can you do to go global? And now I'm going to tell you guys very, very simple things, but things that we neglect a lot, things we forget to do a lot. What can you do to go global? I left here three tips. Why did I call them tips? Because what works to me maybe doesn't work to you. What I like to do maybe is not what you like to do. And nowadays, in Brazil and in Latin America, there are a lot of gurus, and they're telling us, they're telling people, not us. I hope they're not telling you guys, and neither me. They're telling people how to succeed, how to do this, that, and they come with the recipes and guides and the formulas. I don't believe in these shortcuts. The three tips I would tell you guys you could do is find a marketplace, invest in your user experience, work. When I mention find a marketplace, we found YouTube to upload our classes. If it weren't YouTube, I don't think we would reach 181 countries. But YouTube was the marketplace. YouTube was the window we had to spread our content. Our model is freemium. I don't know your model, but first, find a place where people were going. Why do people pay rent to be at a mall? Because they know hundreds of clients will be there. Why do people make amazing content and upload on YouTube? Because there is the audience there. So find a marketplace. Find where your audience can be. Because if we all know where our audience is for sure, we're a millionaire. We're done. We found them and we focus on them. But first, find a marketplace. Find where your users can be. Second, invest in your user experience. I told you guys, we taught 23 million classes for students in 181 countries. We never spent 1 cent in marketing. We don't invest in marketing. We invest in our user experience. We want to offer the best experience, the best learning experience of our students' lives. 3, work. There's no other way, my friend. You need to work very hard. There is no thing like, oh, today I'm going to present my impact. That's nice. That's great. You at Tech Americas, I hope you guys present your impact, but don't be waiting for that moment. You have to work super hard, Monday to Monday. Oh, but I can't work Monday to Monday. Okay, when can you work? Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday. Go ahead, do it. And be productive. Don't go to office and open Facebook, open Instagram, open all the social media just rolling the pages down and seeing gossip. Don't do it. And get things done. What can you do practically to lend these things of work, 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 invest in your user experience, find a marketplace? Okay, these are more general things, but what can you do now? Now, what can you do now? First, write your goals. Write your goals. I hope you guys are having my camera, and I'll flip the computer so then you guys can see that those are my goals. Annual, monthly, here, weekly, to-do lists, everywhere. So write your goals. Keep them in front of you and celebrate when you achieve them. There's a bell right there in another room here. When we achieve our goals, we ring the bell. We ring the bell, we celebrate it. You celebrate each victory. But again, the celebration is this. 99.9% is hard work. 0.01% is celebrating. Guys, that's it. I think that was Edgar wanted me to do. And I think that's it. If you want to go global, these 3 tips: find a marketplace, invest in your user experience, work, 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 and to lend these things, get things done. Write your goals, keep them in front of you, celebrate when you achieve them. Very, very simple things, but they do a huge difference when we make them happen. That's it. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Gibi. See you next class.
Thank you, Mr. Felipe Dib, for the excellent conference. You can ask questions by clicking on the image of the yellow hand to the left of the panel, and we open the microphone or send question by chat. Question by chat, Mr. Felipe.
Mm-hmm. Is there a question already?
Sí.
Okay. Let me click here. Where are they, Edgar? Help me, bro. Questions. Okay, I found them here. But I don't see a question here yet. ¿Recomienda tener aliados en otro país o abrir mejor una filial? Do you guys prefer me to speak English or Spanish?
In English.
Okay. This is a question I've made to myself. Should I start an operation overseas, or should I make partnerships and see how it goes? I don't know the answer, but I tell you my experience. Você Aprende Agora, we have the operation in Brazil. Okay, the operation is great. I live here. My operation is here. We do our core business, which is taking care of our students and producing content in the house, programming and coding and press assistance and other services, we do. We have other companies doing. Okay. When we decided to start the operation of Tu Aprendes Ahora in Mexico, we received an invitation by Startup Mexico, and I went by myself there. First, I went. We opened our own company there, us, without partners. We opened the company. I got back. One of our team members traveled to Mexico to live there, and we had trouble. He didn't get adapted. He started to ask for a raise and money. It was a problem. He came back. I went to Mexico. We hired 2 people to be country managers there. Didn't work well. Okay. By the way, I'm going to Mexico in 3 days. On Sunday, I'll be traveling to Mexico to take care of Tu Aprendes Ahora operation. This is an example. We took the operations, no partner, by ourselves. Another example, you speak now, China, from Chinese to English. In this case, we made a partnership. Why? Because I don't speak Chinese. I don't know China reality. We made a partnership. We have a partner there, and the shares of this partner increases if we reach the goals we made. So it's based on meritocracy. If we achieve our goals there, the share of this partner increases there. So I have the 2 examples. If you ask myself, what works best? What works best is Você Aprende Agora. Is the one I'm living, I'm seeing, I'm watching every day. But we want to go global, right? We have to start delegating things. We have to start understanding that other people have different pace than us. It is a big challenge, and it is possible. Why could Coca-Cola do it? ¿Qué tener en cuenta para la seguridad de negocios digitales? Okay. I don't know really. This is something I don't think too much, because if someone wants to invade your system, they will. We have been invaded 3 times, and the feeling is not the best. When you wake up and see that all your students were deleted on your administration panel, or when you wake up and you see that all your prices are 0, it is hard. It is hard. But what you need and what you can control is having loyal people next to you. Having people who you trust next to you. The biggest problem, Edgar, in my opinion, is not worrying about the cybersecurity or the danger out of your company. The big challenge is having people you can trust 100% inside your company. Having people who have your credit card, who have your password, who have everything in their hands, and you can trust. This is the most important thing. You know, sources of venture capital for edutech startups in Latin America. Let me get a card here and I tell you. Just a moment. Let me see here. Here, no. I received. This, when you travel to Silicon Valley, you see a lot of these companies which invest in edutech. Now, to find the card, dude, there are many, but we never received investment. We never received investment. Maybe one day we will, but we don't think we need money right now. Maybe we do, but I don't think this is priority right now. The biggest priority, though, is how can we improve our user experience? How can we improve our students' experience? Search. I'm trying to find here, but I can't. I can't find them. God, sorry, man. Can't find it. But yes, there are many edutech investors. Many. My big question is, do you really need money? Is money what you need? If it is, great. Go for money. Go for money. But if you need to do some things you haven't done yet and you want to look for money, don't hide yourself because of money. What I see is sometimes entrepreneurs start to give excuses because they say they need investment, they need money, and they don't need investment. They don't need money. They need to get things done. They need to go on Facebook and contact everyone who liked their page. They need to call everyone who applied in their website. But if the problem is money, go for money. Go for money. Here, if I learn capital is one of the biggest investment companies of this venture. Learn capital. If you guys need her contact, just let me know and I send it to you. Which countries do you recommend for growing market at edutech? I don't recommend the country. I recommend you to invest time, money, and energy where your consumer, where your user is. And this was a great question. Thanks for the question, because we're talking about going global, right? Oh, global, I want to go global, Okay, great. But if your user, if your client is your neighbor, go to your neighbor. Don't be willing to go overseas if your client is right in front of you and you haven't visited him yet. Go wherever your client is. What I was surprised when we started uploading classes on Você Aprende Agora is that thousands of students from Spanish-speaking countries were watching our classes and saying, man, I'm learning how to speak English, but if you spoke in Spanish, I would be much more satisfied. I would be much happier. I would learn much faster. Great, excellent. So there's an opportunity there. When you open your source of views and see Mexico, Colombia, Panama, Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Uruguay, Spain. So, well, United States, then Chile. You realize your people are there from these countries. Great. So let's make a product for them. But the point is, go global, but don't forget where your user, your client is. Your client, your user is your first priority. You can't go global if you don't answer to your first user's priority. What is most important to conquer the target market? Target market is another thing I see people talking a lot. This is our target market. This is our target market. This is our man. If you ask me, who's your target market, Felipe? I answer to you, every person on earth who wants to speak English. And then you tell me, but you are so generalist. Okay, I can be generalist. And I will be generalist. I want to serve everyone. First, if someone buys your product, excellent. Don't come and say, oh, this is not our target market. No, this is not the client we want. Man, take the money and ask yourself, why did I think this person could buy my product? Why did I think I was selling to a 17-year-old when a 70-year-old lady bought my product? I'll sell to her friends. I'll sell to her family. I'll sell to other people who have the same features as hers. What I'm telling you guys is offer the product. The product doesn't need to be perfect. Offer it. When you have one client, see, who is this client? Oh, this client is my brother. He's buying just to please me. Great, excellent, excellent. Make your brother use your product. Ask your brother, what is in the product you most liked? What needs to be changed? What needs to be improved? And then you're going to sell to your brother's friends, and to his friends, and to his friends, and to his friends. Southeast Asia may be a good market for Latin American startups. Why? I don't know. We only know this answer when we test. Let's test. Launch something there. If you have an edutech company, if you have a fintech company, if you have agribusiness, if you have organic food, I don't know what you have. If you have an app for social media, a social network, does it work? I don't know. Let's test. But the advantage of testing online is that you don't need to invest all your money. You don't need to travel to Thailand to test. Oh, launch a Facebook campaign, for example, for people in Bangkok who are 18 to 35. See how they interact with the product. Test and see how it goes. Another important point is not giving up too soon, because sometimes we test and it doesn't work and we say it's done. I've already tried it, done. No, don't give up. I have tried to sell to governments for years, and right now we're signing a contract. It is very hard, but the impact we can make selling to government is huge. The scale we can reach selling to government is huge. The money we can make selling to government is huge. The work we will have is huge. The difficulties we have is huge. The bureaucracy we have is huge. But we like to work hard. We like to face challenges. In order to enter developing countries' markets, is it better to be on the spot? Acceleration program. Can be. Can be. Can be. Not necessarily, but that can be. Why? Acceleration programs can connect you to other people. They can connect you to other people. But this is a very personal decision. We haven't taken acceleration programs. We have taken programs from Endeavor, from other players, but not ones which take shares or anything like that. Water. Water is everything. Water is everything. Right now, my neighborhood doesn't have water from the street for 72 hours. In the morning, my wife was going to water the plants. There wasn't water. She got, oh gosh, where's water? Water is everything. The question is, how can you sell your app to measure water consumption in your city? Try selling to your city. I know. Sometimes we go talk and they don't value us because we're from that place. I know. It happens to me here too. But go and offer. You're going to learn with them. If they say no, excellent. Excellent. Great. You have one no. One no. One no. When you have 100 no, maybe you have 100. The 101st will be a yes. And then done. This is our mantra here. We know, we call our students, 99 will say no. But when the 100 will say yes, it's done. The bill's paid.
Thank you, Mr. Felipe. We now have more questions. Thank you all for your participation in the webinar Startups and Global Markets. Mr. Felipe Dibbs, thank you for your support for today's webinar.
Thank you very much, Edgar. Please, man, anytime you need, just call me. I'll be here and glad to share some ideas, to talk. And it was a pleasure to be here with you guys. All the best.
Excellent, Tibet. Excellent day. Thank you.
You too, man. See you next class.